Hey guys, Brian delivers you the goods here. I'm returning to you this afternoon for a album review. This is a new album review for the new Chris Brown album that I said I was gonna do, uh, which I honestly didn't want to listen to it, but I was like, you know what, fuck it, I'll just give it one more chance and see if he's matured enough with his music, and for sure, I will give you my initial thoughts on it. So, this is for Chris Brown's new album, Breezy, that I just got done listening to for the regular edition. The deluxe edition review will be possibly sometime by the weekend or so. So, I'm going to discuss what I listened to for this Chris Brown Breezy album and let you know my thoughts on all 23 tracks for the regular edition. So, let's dive into this long album review it's gonna be. So it starts with the first song, Till the Wheels Fall Off, featuring Capello Gray and Lil Durk. And that was a decent song. It wasn't as bad to open up the album. I like the piano work in it. Some of the beat is, it's fine. But it's just the way Chris Brown is rapping and other things. It just makes it seem a little cringe, but when Lil Durk comes in and Capello Gray, it doesn't sound that bad. So it drags on for like 5 minutes and 11 seconds, but the song wasn't terrible. So I'll give it a 4 out of 5. Cab featuring Fivio Foreign, which also means catch a body. This song is horrible. I was not a big fan of it, in my opinion. I was listening to it and I'm like, damn, Chris Brown has not matured. I thought he would try to stop the sexual lyricism, but nope, he always does that. I don't fucking know. So, honestly, 2 out of 5 for Cab, which means catch a body, featuring Fivio Foreign. Even Fivio Foreign couldn't even save the song. It's atrocious. So Pitch Black is the next song, and I think the song was supposed to have Bruno Mars and Anderson .Paak in it, and I guess it didn't happen because the album is coming out tomorrow. So I guess they were on a time crunch to get this song out for the album's release and all that. So it's only Chris Brown singing in it, and it's okay. It's not perfect in any way, but I'll give it a 3 out of 5. In my opinion, I think some of the melody is fine, and Chris Brown singing in it is, it's just typical Chris Brown, of course. So yeah, 3 out of 5. Possessive featuring Young Blue and Lil Wayne was okay too. It still has sexual lyricism that I don't know if I can get behind. There's very nasty lyrics in it that I don't know if I can get on board with, and the lyrics are pretty cringe on this. Through most of this album, it gets even worse and boring. So, yeah, Possessive, 3 out of 5. Addicted, featuring Lil Baby, just talks about Chris Brown wanting to eat pussy and other things like that. And I'm like, oh my god, dude, you have not matured. The beginning of this album was bearable to listen through, but now it's getting into this bullshit, boring crap that I can't stand. So 2.5 out of 5. Even Lil Baby sounded annoying in this song. Couldn't stand it. In my opinion, it was not very good. Call Me Every Day was featuring WizKid was disappointing. Wasn't really feeling for the vocal pitches from WizKid, and also the way he was singing the song sounded really cringe. So 2.5 out of 5. Even Chris Brown sounded bad too in this song. So Closure featuring her was an average track. It's one of the second strong tracks on the album. It's not the best song, but it's average. I like her singing in it. Chris Brown sounded alright, not amazing in this song, because there are some lyrics that I can't get behind on this track, so 3.5 out of 5. Need You Right Here featuring Bryson Tiller was disappointing. Wasn't really a fan of it. I think when it gets closer to the end of the album, that's when the album starts to be sluggish and boring, too. So Chris Brown went from pretty shitty to very fucking boring. So, yeah. What does that tell you? But still, Need You Right Here featuring Bryson Tiller, 2.5 out of 5. Not feeling for this one. Sex Memories featuring LMA was disappointing, unfortunately. I don't hate LMA. I like her as an artist, but I don't feel for some of the lyrics she's singing in the song. And I guess it's fine and all for her to be in this song, but yeah, I like her other music than this stuff that she's doing with Chris Brown. I'm like, yeah. So 2.5 out of 5 for Sex Memories. Not feeling for this one. It's pretty bad. Um, I guess it's called HMHMM. I guess it's called featuring SG is pretty bad. Very sexualized lyrics. Can't get on board with it. It's boring too. And another thing, the lyrics are very cringe too. So I am not feeling for this song. 2 out of 5. Fuck that song. Psychic featuring Jack Harlow. Even Jack Harlow sounded just boring and lazy in this song. And also, Chris Brown was not even giving his best effort with this song. So I felt bored with this track. So 2.5 out of 5. Show It featuring Blast was. Can't stand it either. So this is where the album starts to get very boring. Even with We Warm Embrace, it's pretty boring and a bad track. So, I'll give Show It a 2.5 out of 5. Sleep at Night. I don't like Chris Brown's weird vocal pitch where he's singing really weird at the chorus of the track and all that. So, yeah, he's sounding really, I guess, high pitched with his vocals. I'm not feeling for it, honestly, so 2.5 out of 5. Passing Time is getting a 2 out of 5. I'm not feeling for the track either. Even the beat sounds the same. Some of the beats on this album are kind of sounding cringy and the same. So that's a problem with this album. An underlying problem with this album is the beats, the lyrics, and also just the way Chris Brown is singing the song and wanting to sing it like this. I'm just like, ugh, this is just generic Chris Brown bullshit. So, We Warm Embrace is the next song after Passing Time, and that's a bad song. Not feeling for it, in my opinion. So, 2.5 out of 5. I remember reviewing this track. If you want to go check out the Iffy slash We Warm Embrace track reviews, definitely go check it out. But if you're a Chris Brown fan, you're probably not going to like those track reviews and this album review. So, now we get to track 16, which is Forbidden. I like the melody to it. It's getting a little better. I'm like, okay, this is something different. So, it's got like a, what you call it. I don't want to compare an artist to him, but it's got like a different flow to it, like Robin Thicke for a moment, and like the Blurred Lines kind of vibe song that he did, but then got sued for that song. So yeah, but still, Forbidden's getting a 3.5 out of 5. I like the flow to the song, and Chris Brown doesn't sound that bad in this song, so this is an improvement. Bad Than A featuring Tory Lanez, really bad song. Can't stand the beat, can't stand the lyrics, and especially can't stand the overall flow to the song and how it's executing. It's not very good. It's going back to his juvenile ways with his on his bullshit and all that with just the lyrics and all that. So yeah, sounds like a very childish song that he's putting out. But that's just my opinion and how I view it, at least. But 2 out of 5. Survived the Night was pretty bad. I was disappointed with it, so 2.5 out of 5. I don't got any more to say on it. I just found it to be boring and bad. Dream was pretty sluggish and slow. It felt like the track was going to drag out. I think the ending to the album got very boring too. And I was more relieved that I was almost done with this album. I was like, thank God. So, yeah, 2 out of 5 for Dream. Slides getting a 2 out of 5. Um, Not feeling for the lyrics, not feeling for the beat, and most of the beats on this album kind of do sound the same. Like they don't change up that much. A few songs do, but not everything on this album sounds. Everything on this album sounds the same and repetitive too, with the beats. Harder is a disappointing song, 2.5 out of 5. Not feeling for it. Lyrically, it's just messy. So, uh, yeah, On Some New Shit is disappointing too. I'm not feeling for it either. I thought some of the beat was changing up a bit, but the lyrics are just pushing me away from the track. Liking it, so yeah. Luckiest Man was an okay track. Wasn't disappointed with the final song. I was like, okay, this is a little bit of an improvement, but not amazing. So 3 out of 5. Overall, production, mixing, and execution. Like I said, this album review is going to be long. So I'm glad I can go over 15 minutes for album reviews now. But still, overall, I think Chris Brown Breezy is a really bad album. I am not a fan of this album. I found it to be boring too. And I almost fell asleep to this album. That's how bad it was, in my opinion. So, if you guys do enjoy this kind of music, feel free to listen to it, but this is probably going to be the last time I review Chris Brown. So, I'm not doing his 11th studio album if he makes one for another album review. This is going to be the last time because I'm just disappointed with this artist and the direction he's going in. So, yeah, overall, for a score, I'm giving Chris Brown Breezy a 4.5 out of 10. Fuck this album. Not a fan of it. I am not feeling for it either. And I just miss the old Chris Brown, honestly. So, yeah. I think from albums 1 and 2 was pretty good. Third album was pretty strong. It had some catchy flows to it, even though the lyrics were a little sexualized with the sexual lyricism. I think Graffiti was something impressive. Fame was had some catchy hits, so yeah. But still, the rest of his discography after that, after Royalty, this is where he starts to flop um, with his music somewhat. There may be some songs that do alright, but no, I'm not feeling for Chris Brown anymore. He's the worst artist I've ever heard as of in the 2020s. So comment below. Let me know what you guys thought of the Chris Brown Breezy album if you've heard it. I know it's a long album review, but I had to go into a lot of explanation for each track I listened to. It's like 23 songs for the regular edition. So you're in for an hour and 20 minutes long of an album, or almost an hour and 20 minutes long. So it's pretty lengthy of an album. If you enjoyed this album review, and keep in mind I just expressed my own opinion on it, comment below and let me know your thoughts on it. Tap like on this video if you liked it. Subscribe to my channel if you can. Support the channel. I will have another review coming out. I hope I can do Loop Fiasco's new album review. If not, I'll just skip it and wait and do some track reviews or something like that, because there's going to be some new songs coming out this upcoming Friday. So with that being said, hope you enjoyed this album review for Chris Brown Breezy. If you didn't like this album review, you didn't have to watch it. I know it's a long video, but I had to go into explanation with each track. that I listen to, or somewhat explanation with each song I listen to, but gave my 2 cents on what I thought of him, and I'm not a fan of Chris Brown anymore. I used to be, but yeah, he started getting really bad after royalty. So, what does that tell you? But stay safe, guys. Take care. Sorry about the ding on my phone. It does that sometimes. Hope you enjoyed this album review for Chris Brown Breezy, and I'll have a deluxe edition review coming out in the next few days or so for this album review, or another deluxe edition review for the extra tracks with Iffy and other songs like that. And as always, I will see you in my next review.